Yeah.
It's a string of reporters from the New York
authors,
Times that have just been, they've had a hard-on for the SEAL teams. They have been going out. In fact, they wrote a book, and you had the author, Matt Cole, Code Over Country.
Yeah.
And they have just, for the last half decade, if not more, have made it their personal crusade to bring down the SEAL teams. And the Eddie Gallagher incident did not help. But here's what I'll say. One, Eddie is a friend. Eddie didn't handle all situations well. But it's amazing how Eddie can have, and I think Eddie had like 8 combat deployments, how he can serve honorably. And he was number 1 at the SEAL team, his SEAL team, I think for E6, I believe. He served honorably for 19 years. In the last incident he's involved in, which he was acquitted for, that defines his entire career. The last sentence of his chapter as a SEAL defines all the 19 years and all the good work that he did in defense of our nation for those who would never even think of serving.
And he was acquitted. What was the charge again? It was something about a detainee.
I think the charge was murder.
Yes. It was a ISIS prisoner that had been wounded in a strike, and while rendering medical aid, they accused Eddie of murder.
But he was acquitted.
He was acquitted.
But they still don't appreciate that he was acquitted. Like, they still treat him like he's guilty.
Some of the things I've seen in the press, and I'll keep reporters out of it. One, I can't remember their names, but a lot of the liberal news media just have painted him as a war criminal, bottom line. And his life has been impacted. If you look even at, so first off, NCIS.
Naval Criminal Investigation Service.
The branch in San Diego was never held accountable for, let's just say, bad practices that they implemented while trying to bring Eddie down. They also had a hard-on. NCIS is not always your friend, and they're looking to make a name for themselves as well. And in fact, I was investigated the day I retired by the same crew of people from NCIS San Diego, only 6 months previous to when the whole Eddie Gallagher thing sort of came on. But I mean, they put a bug into Eddie's lawyers' emails so that they could read all the documents coming into that lawyer. They did some pretty lame tactics, and they were never held accountable.
Is it legal to do that?
No. The initial lawyer was fired, relieved, and they replaced him rapidly. But
was he relieved from military service,
no,
or was he laterally transferred?
Laterally transferred, and that's how they dealt